And now, here with another designated podcast are Teddy and JJ.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Designated Riders Podcast. I'm JJ Marshall.
This is Teddy Allen.
Glad you're with us. We have had a very successful launch to Designated Riders, and we're very excited about the great response we've had. Want to take a few minutes to kind of explain what it's all about. We know we kind of just threw it out there and expected y'all to figure it all out, but part of that could be because we weren't exactly sure what happened. But we went on Valentine's Day, Teddy, because you know what? You figured that was our love letter to our audience, right?
We love the audience, so we said, okay, here's where we're going to launch. Plus, it'll give us a target and make us launch. Because as I asked you a little while ago, I said, we need to make sure, tell people what we're doing and how they can take advantage of the site. You said, yeah, we would have told them before now, except we didn't know what we were doing. So now we're gradually figuring it out. Here are the highlights. Every day you can get something new at DW. Can you not, John James?
Yeah, every day, maybe Sunday. Well, we're working on that too. So and God's honest truth, we are striving to have something new every single solitary day, and not just the regular routine of things new. We're going to slip you some Mickeys in there every once in a while that you might not have been expecting. Again, just to kind of an overview as part of our daily plan, so to speak, if we were teachers, we expect to have a column by each one of us every week. Probably some kind of feature by each one of us about every week. And the Daily Happen, which is the apple of your eye, I know, is just that. It's going to happen daily.
Thus, it's appropriately named and cleverly named. So the Daily Happen, by the way, if you go to designateddriders.com, tell your friends to do the same, kind of crawl around in there a little bit, you'll see a little story that tells you why we say live sports, whatever happened. It'll have a little tale there to tell you how happened was born, a phrase that we've come to love for the last 35 years. The Daily Happen will be new every day. We're fixing to start the Designated Minute. That'll be several times a week. You'll see a little icon with some earphones on it, I think, JJ?
Yep.
Or something like that we've got development feverishly working on. I think Art is also helping in that. The videos, like you've really enjoyed the Andy Russo visit with Andy Russo.
So did we, by the way.
We love doing it. I've talked to Leon Barmore. We'll go back and grab the lady texters, get that soon. But we have a list of those. Those are a little harder to do, of course, and it's hard to get everybody together, but we'll do those things as soon as possible.
I want y'all to please realize, if you think we're doing all this stuff by ourselves, please don't. We handle the writing. We do a pretty good job of that, getting the workload done. But the videos are being produced, and the basic ones we can kind of do. But anything that requires any kind of effort, we ship those babies off. And big thank you to our people in development who have put all this together. Believe me, we can't put together a web page once that's a whole site like this. So thanks for development and for getting us started, and making it easy enough so we can try to take the reins and take it ourselves. But remember, if anything goes wrong, like a headline's upside down or something like that, it's our fault. Right. We're the first to tell you right now. We're the ones that screwed this thing up. Right. But also to be said, this has been so much fun so far. We appreciate the response that we've gotten. A lot of stuff's kind of out of nowhere. We've reconnected with people we hadn't heard from in a long time. And we're committed to doing just what we're doing right now, but wherever it might take us. I mean, there's so many, especially in news and media. You start off doing one thing, and you end up someplace else before you even know it. But right now, this is the road we're on, and we're glad you're enjoying it as much as we enjoy bringing it to you.
Yeah, when you go to designateddriders.com, click on the About button, and you can look at everybody who's so far been involved, except, of course, you are the most important people, folks who are going to read and listen to what we do. There's also a Twitter you can follow. There's a email. I couldn't remember the technical term.
Yeah, it's only been around 30 years.
So send us an email with your ideas and whatnot. We don't have accounts because it don't cost you anything. Just go there and look around the site. Send us some email feedback. We got a long list of stuff we're working on, and again, every day, if you can tell your guys to go there for a moment, that'll keep the momentum going. Also, JJ's Facebook page, my Facebook page, the Designated Riders Facebook page, that will give you snippets of things that'll shoot you to the site, or you can share that with your friends to shoot them to the site. One thing you'll find, there's a video I did the other day, a promo, and I apologize. I was told like the Blair Witch Project because you're going round and round and get you kind of dizzy.
Everybody loved that.
If you close your eyes and listen to it, there's some good information on there. As JJ likes to say, Steven Spielberg not available yet to shoot some of these things we're doing.
And also, one more thing before we kind of get a little further into this. We have all sorts of plans about having other people be contributors, designated contributors, you might want to call them. We got people we've come across in the business who just like to write for the love of writing, and they've got some interesting stories to tell. So that's another add-on that I think we're going to bring into designated writers in the very near future.
You know, we got a fan we know in Russian, a friend of mine who's never been to Notre Dame. Football game is going next fall, so he's promised to send a little diary of his, trip there. I know a couple of ladies who are trying to get into running. They've been to 3 or 4 out-of-town things. We'll update you with them. So everything's fair game. We just want you to be entertained and informed and, share this site with you and let you share some stuff with us through it.
All right, Teddy, let's move along. Some topics for today. What you got on your mind?
Well, one thing is we will have a video coming up soon about golf. It's about time to get the dew shaken off of the clubs, and we got some very important advice from you, from one of our dear friends to share with you.
Yeah, for you golfers out there, you think, it's nice. I watch a couple tournaments on TV. It's not 40 degrees. You want to hop out there and expect to shoot high 70s. Not going to happen. Well, certainly not going to happen for us. But it might happen for you, so we got some advice on how to get your golf season started. Because, look, we're all coming out of this, baby. It's been cold. It's been miserable, rainy. It's just you're dying to go outdoors and whatever it might be. And golf might be one of them, but there are lots of other things as we all, gardening and all that kind of stuff. We have no gardening tips. Well, I know I have a gardening tip. Hire somebody to do it for you. That's my gardening tip.
I have a little bit of gardening stuff we can share later on. But even if you wanted to work a lot in your garden or hit a lot of golf balls the last 3 months, because of the weather, you couldn't do it. It's been too wet or cold. Or a combination of the two. So help us help you, and stay tuned to Designated Writers. I wanted to ask you, JJ, speaking of favorite things, you got a wonderful gift about a month ago. We ran across a shoe you've wanted for a long time, and it's the Stan Smith. Got to have the green back, right?
Old school, yeah. The blue ones don't count.
We ran across them. I said, I think I could get us a pair of these. And so Bonsai Ben was surprised at the pair, and JJ was. But about a week later, I called JJ, and I said, how do those Stan Smiths feel?
Right.
And you said...
They're still in the box.
And I said I knew it. It was because JJ had
I had the flu. And I'm not putting those shoes on my flu-ridden feet.
That's right.
Now, first of all, I never get sick, but I did. And secondly, I'm not taking a chance. I don't want the first encounter that my feet have with Stan Smiths in 30 years. I want that encounter to go as smoothly and as effortlessly as possible.
And as germ-free
as possible. So I laced them up, but have not put them on my feet, and where they still reside in the box. But I tell you what, a good pair of Stan Smiths, you can't beat them. You just can't beat them.
So proud. I was proud when they came in and they weren't even for my feet. Right. I got the jits. But I'm in the Designated West office today and saw them back there in the box, and I said, I knew. Yeah. So I'm going to ask you, when is the time limit, do you think, between when you get sick and when you can feel good about putting them on?
Well, and I'm a notorious buyer of clothes and not putting them on for long periods of time. It's like I'm afraid to break them in. Yeah. I mean, I know especially women, but a lot of men, as soon as they buy their clothes, baby, they got those babies on as soon as they get home.
That's why they bought
me, I act like there's not a time limit on it.
They're not really yours yet.
If I don't put them on for a while, then they'll last longer. So it'll be soon. I mean, it's got to be a good day. I can't go out there, and anybody with white tennis shoes knows you ain't going out there on a wet day. That's the last thing you need to do is step in a puddle and have these things ruined. So,
and you hadn't had a pair for 30 years. 3 decades.
3 decades of no Stan Smiths, and I'm so happy that you helped make that happen.
I'm glad you're being careful with it, and I hope the weather and your all your bodily functions contribute to where they can get out there on your feet. Now, your feet have seen the box, and I know they're very...
They have. They've been asking about it.
Well, they witnessed you lacing them up, and they were ready to go then.
That's right.
Let's see, how can we shut this thing down? JJ's been doing the majority of the posting of these things.
Yeah.
Because I'm stymied somewhat by computer woes.
Yeah.
And
no, wait a minute. Teddy tells me we have obviously daily conversations, and he said, well, the computer, most every sentence he has is the computer guy told me, or my new computer is supposed to be, and then both of those sentences have no ending to them.
No.
And so I'm exaggerating by saying it was baseball season when your computer was, quote, on order, or the guy was going to fix it. I know you've sent like 3 or 4 of them back, enough to fill the Dell factory itself.
It's just a sickening issue. Like you get a pair of Stan Smiths and don't have a soul in the bottom of one of them.
Right.
This thing came back and they loaded it all up for me, and they said, okay, well, the hard drive is faulty.
Right.
So we'll send it back and get them to fix that. They couldn't fix it. And I said, just give me a new, it'd be like getting a new car where the engine's faulty. Well, give me a whole new car.
Right.
Don't replace that engine. Even I know that. So that's where we're supposed to be at now, and now it's supposed to be waiting for me at our place of business. But meanwhile, JJ's been doing all the heavy lifting as far as getting the stuff on the computer. Speaking of the computer, Louisiana Tech, Loyola Prep, other places where we work, they've all been kind and supportive of this, this issue that we do when we're not doing our other stuff. So thanks to them, and again, thanks to y'all for making Designated Riders happen. You still keep looking at it and pass the word along. We'll be able to keep doing it.
Yeah, we look forward to it. We got another podcast coming up on a regular basis. We hope you'll listen in to see what we have to say and keep reading and watching and all those things. So thanks for listening to this Designated podcast, and we'll talk to you next time.